What's going on, fight fans? Welcome to Luis Cuba RS TV. We back at it. Today's topic is gonna be Devin the Dream Haney. I think it's time, man. I really do think it's time that we leave Devin Haney alone, man. Devin Haney is clearly trying to be great. And the fact that he's moving up to 147 pounds in November and challenging Brian Norman Jr. for the welterweight world title says a lot, man. You know, I know we've been getting Devin Haney a lot of shit over these last couple months, years, given that, you know, what happened in the Ryan Garcia fight. But Devin Haney's just trying to be great, man. You cannot fault the man for trying to be great. You know, since 2020, Devin Haney has been involved in the world title fight. You know, and, you know, a little history on Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney came up different, man. That man was built for stardom. When I first came out here to Las Vegas to train, we started training at a gym out here called the Hit Factory. It was, you know, it was a smaller gym. It was actually owned by Bill Haney, but it was really Devin Haney's gym, man. He was only 8 years old, and Devin Haney was in there grinding. And I remember seeing Devin when he was just a little child, you know. But like I said, Devin was around some great fighters. Sean Porter was training there. Zab Judah was training there. Badu Jack was on the come up there. You know, Jillian Love was training. I trained there. You know, it was a handful of top-notch guys that was training in that gym, and Devin Haney was in the gym all day, every day. You know, so they built him up great. And then on top of that, they went and took the Floyd Mayweather formula, and his dad raised him. His dad bought him fights. They were moving him in Mexico. He fought in Mexico his first probably 15 fights maybe. But they did that in hopes to be a free agent and to be able to make the big fights whenever they wanted. And that's basically what happened, you know. And Devin Haney has just tried to fight the best in every weight class possible. You know, once he became champion at 135, he was calling out Tank. He was trying to fight the TOs. He was trying to fight all of them. And you got to commend that for trying to be great. You know, he's just trying to be great. Yeah, you know, the Ryan Garcia shit happened, and he ain't do so hot. But at the end of the day, man, Ryan Garcia cheated. You know, and I hate to believe it. Do I feel like it really affected the fight? We can't really say. But at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia tested positive after the fight. And Ryan Garcia didn't look good the very next fight, you know. But Devin Haney maintains his O. He's 32-0. He's constantly just trying to beat the best, fight the best. And what really took it off was that Ring Magazine video. He breaks down why he's fighting Brian Norman, and I think it's just phenomenal. You know, just check it out.
Then it was like, okay, Brian Garcia was out, Tio was out. Now who was next? Who was the next best guy that I could that I could fight?
Yeah.
And we reached out. Well, they came with Boots Ennis. We said yeah. We said let's do it, but we went to do it at 147. They came back with 152. I'm like, why would I fight at 152? I never even fought at 147. No, we can do it at 147 or not.
Yeah.
So then he moved up or whatever, and then Brian Norman. You know, now.
You know, see in the video, he said he tried to fight T.O. He said they tried to fight Ryan again. You know, they offered him Boots. He said, yeah, but, you know, at the correct weight class, you know. And they ended up with Brian Norman. 4 heavy hitters were on the list that he was going to fight, and he didn't say nothing about getting a tune-up or none of that. He was ready to fight. You know, even when he fought Jose Ramirez, he could have went right into the Ryan fight, but they tried to, you know, set it up in 2 different fights to make it bigger, and then now he's fighting Brian Norman. So, like I said, man, we need to stop hating Devin Haney, appreciate Devin Haney, and, you know, he's a dog. You know, and he's just trying to get better. He's constantly trying to get better. He's consistently putting himself on the right people. You know, some pictures came out today of him bringing in Andre Ward and getting some help from Andre Ward and getting some tips from Andre Ward, you know. So I applaud a man that's trying to be great, that's willing to fight the best, and no excuses. So I think we need to give Haney more appreciation, more daps up for challenging himself to be the best. And he's an underdog in this fight with Brian Norman, but Brian Norman hasn't fought anyone as athletic as Devin Haney. Devin Haney has the size, he has the feet, he has the speed, he has the movement. And this could be just a Devin Haney, boxing lesson. He could potentially outbox Brian Norman. We haven't seen Brian Norman at the top just yet. And Devin Haney at 26, he's been fighting at the highest level possible since 2020. He got 5 years in at the top level. So great fight. Looking forward to it. And like I said, man, just stop. Let's start appreciating Devin the Dream Haney and his team.